Hello and welcome to Meet Your Match. I'm your host, Avery Alvinson III. Yes, I know it sounds like I should be a person with a trust fund, but unfortunately my parents invest in Betamax, so I'm poor like the rest of you and stuck hosting game shows. Anyways, let's go ahead and meet our contestants. Contestant number 1, go ahead and tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Axel, and when I'm not tending bar, I'm pounding beers, iron, and chicks.
Well, it says here that you're unemployed and living with your parents.
I never said where I tended bar.
I understand, but it does...
You want to go, bruh?
No, I just figured...
Because I'm mad jacked and ready to step outside. You even lift, bitch?
Okay, wonderful. And contestant number 2, what about you?
I'm Jacob. I am a VP of Finance at a local business. I enjoy working in my yard at the house that I own and running with my dogs at Upper Park.
Wow, that was about as exciting as the first 2 hours of a NASCAR race, which my wife tells me you plebs really enjoy for some reason. Contestant number 3, how about you?
Hey, douche cakes, I'm Joe. I'm a big equipment operator.
Got some big equipment you can operate.
Hey, sweet meat over there might not take you up on that fight, but I'll curb stomp you, bitch ass, and I'll make you lick the scuff off my boots when I'm done with you.
Okay. Well, we've kept our lucky lady in a soundproof booth for over 48 hours so that she would remain an ignorant slut as far as the bachelors that she may have her choice of today. So let's go ahead and bring her out. Let's bring our bachelorette on out here. All right. Your bachelorette today is Crystal. She is a graphic designer by day and a quilter by night. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about what you're looking for in a date, Crystal?
Okay, so first of all, it's Crystal. And mostly up until this point, I feel like I've dated boys. And I am ready to date a man. I am looking for someone with a career and a house who is ready to settle down.
Okay, that's not exactly what I asked you about, but okay, fair enough. Do you have your questions with you? Mm-hmm. Good, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so bachelor number 1, tell me about your perfect Sunday morning.
Well, let's see. My perfect Sunday morning. Well, first I'd call an Uber for the chick in my bed that I woke up next to before my parents see her. And then I'd get my allowance from my dad and go hit up, champagne brunch with my bros for a bit of the cure.
Okay, and you, bachelor number 2, same question.
Well, let's see. My perfect Sunday would start with a nice summer jog, followed by a hearty egg white breakfast.
Okay, great, thanks. And you, bachelor number 3?
Well, I wake up with a little bit of the morning wood, if you know what I mean. And, when I wake up, the first thing I like to do is a little mutual indulgence if I'm with somebody. And if I'm alone, well, I say good morning to Stroker and Squirter. Mwah.
I'm sorry, but are you, it's fine. It's just that I'm just straight.
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah.
Are you really sure?
Maybe.
That's what I thought.
Okay, anyway, bachelor number 2. What would you do to spice things up on our second date?
Well, we'll be more acquainted by our second date, so I would invite you out to a movie, which I'd pay for, of course. Then after dinner, I would take you down for a stroll by the river, where I would hope we would share our first kiss. And then I would take you back to your car.
Lame. No chick wants to hear that weak-ass nice guy bullshit, man. Everybody knows. First date, you take her to barbecue. Second date, you take her to Pound Town. Am I right?
That's a bad thing to say. That's a very bad thing to say. You should feel badly.
Oh, stuff it, Kleenex. Hey, do I get to answer the question? Or, they got to. Can I?
That's your call.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your answer. Just hypothetically, if I was a lesbian.
Sure you're not. Okay, first, I'm going to take us to get a massage.
Like couples massages?
Nah, baby, I just like to sit there and watch. Then I'm gonna take you to Round Table, because I only treat my dates to the very best, and bitches love pizza!
It is expensive pizza, and this bitch does love it.
Then I'm gonna take you home for a little Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean. And I'm gonna surprise you. I'm going to surprise you with a bed full of beautiful, fresh rose petals. And there's going to be a bottle of iced Dom right next to it. And I'm going to take your beautiful body and I'm going to lay it down on those sheets. And then I'm going to take it down!
That's what I'm talking about.
Woo! Come on!
Those were quite the answers. So anyway, where were we?
Well, I was strongly considering just collecting unemployment, and you were asking these bachelors questions.
That's right. Okay, so bachelor number 1. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Babe, I'm riding this parental unit thing as long as I can. So, I mean, who knows? My parents are old. Maybe in 10 years they'll be dead. I'll have the ultimate party pad without their buzz harshing all the time, you know.
And you, bachelor number 2?
Well, let's see. The current COO is slated to retire in about 8 years, and I'm slated to take his spot. So I see myself in a corner office with a view, signing the deed for my second home, renting out the first, and maybe some kids if I find the right lady.
Fascinating. And you, bachelor number 3?
Yeah, well, it's ride or die for me, baby. And either way, I'm gonna have a hot piece of meat in the bitch seat, or I'll be dead. The question is, where do you see yourself?
Well, that's all the time we have for questions. Have you made a decision?
I have.
Well, good. And who do you pick?
Okay, so bachelor number 2, you seem like a really great guy. You know, you have your life together, you have a job and a career. You're dismissed.
What? I'm clearly the better choice. You said you wanted a nice guy like me, someone who has his life together, not one of these horny lowlifes.
Did I say that? I must have been drunk. Bye-bye.
So what is it, baby doll? Is it moi? Or is it Mr. Out to Pasture frat boy over here?
Out to pasture? That's pretty strong words for somebody who spends their days munching turf.
They're right, Janet. We've got to make a choice. Who is it you pick?
Okay, so I choose both.
Hey!
All right. Woo! Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah.
Well, that's certainly a perfectly normal life choice, and may God have mercy on all your souls. I've been Avery Alvinson III. Thank you for watching Meet Your Match. See you next time.